All right, real quick, it's yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. Before the video starts, it would mean the world to me if you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. That's how my business grows. At is Mr. Taliaferro on your screen right now. When you follow and subscribe to me, you become one of the pharaohs. That's how I talk business, and that's how you support a young hustler out here getting it. All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, it is no secret that I have called out J.Cole a couple times on my platform for not delivering any interviews with his last couple hours or any interviews worth substance, in my opinion. And listen, man, my requests and call outs have been answered like a lot of others out there. This will probably be one of the videos when I look back on any video that I posted on YouTube in the last couple years that I'll be one of the ones I'll be most proud of if I execute it correctly. J.Cole did an interview with Angie Martinez, a dang good conversation. This is why I want Cole to have these conversations, because I think he's such an eloquent speaker, and when we look back on time, he might be one of the best speakers in rap we've ever seen. One of the best at relaying a message. I'm talking man to man, no, you know what I mean? I think J. Cole is great at getting his message across in the music or just in casual conversation. So J. Cole did this interview with Angie Martinez, and they talked about a plethora of stuff, including the album with Kendrick Lamar that people have been teasing for years, including Kill Edwards, who the heck that is, and Kanye West, of course. Now let's go backwards a little bit before we go forwards. When J. Cole was about to release For Your Eyes Only, he released a couple records prior to that album. One of the records that were released was False Prophets. Now, False Prophets picked up a lot of steam because of it was just too clear that J. Cole in the first verse was talking about Kanye West, and in the second verse was talking about Wale. It just was clear as day. And we hadn't really heard Cole's side to why he decided to discuss Ye and discuss Wale, his friends, in a rap song until now, in this interview with Angie Martinez. So let's go down. Let's talk about how J. Cole feels about Ye, how he looked up to Ye, and everything in between. Now, I got some quotes from this interview with Angie. I recommend you listen to the interview or watch the interview for yourself. Again, when I do these quotes, I try my best to go word for word what someone is saying, but sometimes I clean comments up because artists, when you're talking in casual conversation, not just artists, people in general, sometimes we don't make the best sentences when we're just having casual conversation with people. So I've cleaned up a couple of these comments, but for the most part, these are Cole's words to an exact form as he talks to Angie Martinez. So when Angie asked him about Kanye in general, J. Cole responded by saying, "This is touchy for me because I don't like talking about other people. If it was just me and you, no microphone, I'm going to keep it 100 and go in, Angie. I just feel hesitant to go in for the public, so I'll tread lightly if possible," is what Cole said. He said, "The only reason I even feel comfortable taking it any distance is because I didn't even ask. You put me in this." And now J. Cole is speaking on Kanye. For those who don't remember, Kanye West, a week or two ago when he was on his Twitter rants, he posted a phone call conversation that him and J. Cole had. So let's keep it moving. And when he called me and J. Cole's talking about Kanye, he said right off the rip, "I need you to hold me accountable and keep me in check. Say what you gotta say. I need that. I feed off that," is what Ye said. So Cole asked Ye, "Are you sure?" Because J. Cole said, "I see this a certain way. First off, really all I am is a fan. I don't know you. I'm just a dude who was a fan of you back in the day." And then J. Cole goes on to address the False Prophet record in general with Angie. He said that song wasn't about Kanye. There's one verse that applies to him for sure. If you listen to that song is about what this shit is exposing and what I gotta check myself about. And I checked myself on that song. We're worshiping celebrities. And he's not the only one who's been there. Jay's, for him, he's speaking on who he's worshiping. Jay's been there, Pac's been there, Nas been there, Big's been there. A bunch of people have been on that "you inspire me," and now these kids come up to me and they tell me the same thing. And nothing's wrong with the "you inspire me," but it's when it's at an unhealthy level that I fear. I feel like that for the majority of us, Our fascination and interest in celebrities and what they do for us is unhealthy. And then Cole went on to talk about being on Twitter. Because you remember, Cole got on social media to kind of promote his album. And while this is going on, Ye's on Twitter. Cole said being on Twitter when that Kanye shit happened, it exposed something that I don't like about myself. I can feel that it was impossible to look away. This is Cole saying, yo, we're pretty much sick right now. We can't get away from social media. Cole continues his conversation with Angie discussing the False Prophet record more. He said, so my perspective of him was like, dude, I'm just a big fan of yours. When I released that song, False Prophets, it was coming out then anyways. Maybe a month prior to that is when he went to the hospital and had the breakdown. I wrote that song, it was January of that year. I think False Prophet might have came out in November of that year, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not like I was poking fun. I wrote that song based off of observations when no one was saying anything about mental health. Don't have a mental health conversation after someone checks themselves into a hospital. Now you want to talk about mental health is real when you had to wait for a nigga to check himself into the hospital to say that. You didn't say shit about mental health when this nigga ran into the water off the stage. I'm calling people close like, is he all right? When he's on stage ranting for an hour, I see a dude crying out for help. Something else I thought that, was interesting what Cole said. He said, I think we're fucked right now. There's no button to push to pretty much end this fascination that he's discussing with celebrity and social media. He also went on to show a lot of empathy, and I thought Cole, if you watched the interview, it wasn't coming from a place of vantage, like he's trying to speak down on anyone. He said quotes like, you can't believe in me because you don't know me. He said, pretty much summarizing here, I can say anything. He thinks that belief in celebrity has become too big because we don't know if a person's lying or telling the truth. He said the danger in what Ye's doing, and I thought this was the most impactful paragraph because it sums up some things that I have been saying on my platform for months if you've been following me. The danger in what Ye's doing is I feel like he's really good at sampling language that will resonate, and it just so happened that this time he sampled the wrong shit because he thought I can make this resonate. But I'm going to sample this, and this is going to give me the ultimate end goal. So I can be more powerful and view as a boom, 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 is what Cole said specifically. I'm not comfortable unless I sit in that seat, is what he thinks Ye wanted with his recent Donald Trump references and how he's in support of Donald Trump and his free thinking. Cole said, that's cool when you're promoting some fashion shit. That doesn't really concern me. Doesn't really jeopardize my life as a black man. Doesn't really have that many ramifications. Go ahead. That's positive. Do what you do. Go ahead to hell with these dudes. But when you come and you empower demographics of people that whole intent is to suppress people, I can't rock with that. I have a hard time holding my tongue. I don't like talking about anyone publicly in a negative way. Don't get it twisted. We in the chat right now like, oh, this nigga tripping. But publicly, people don't need to see that. The only reason I'm making an exception right now and, speaking on Ye is what Cole is saying is because now people believe that. Cole went on to use some quotes that I thought were powerful as well as, Ye's calling what he's doing is free thinking, but Cole said it's not free thinking, it's enslaved thinking. You're not free thinking when your ego is pulling the strings. He also admitted that Ye did apologize to him. Cole said, I told Kanye it felt like that you used my name for social media. Again, speaking to Kanye posting on Twitter the phone call that him and Cole had. Cole said, I felt like you were keeping whatever you were doing going. It wasn't sincere. And again, Cole says that Kanye apologized to him as well. Listen, my comments on this interview, I won't be long because I really do like Cole when he talks, man. I really like when Cole talks. I'll say this, I might have to bump Cole up as my favorite artist right now because the music is great, but listening to Cole, the speaker, I think I relate to him a little more than Big Sean. And Big Sean's been my favorite rapper for, I'd say, the last 3 years. My favorite rapper my whole life up until about 3 years ago was Gotti. I'm from Memphis. Then I moved into this Big Sean era because I related to him. I'm trying to get my mama a crib. He talking about how he was able to get his mama a crib. I'm trying to do that right now. Now I think it might be Cole because though I'm infested with getting my mom a crib, making a lot of money, I think I'm more infested with the youth and like building the communities and building up our black people, because I know what we dealing with right now. So with that being said, I thought this quote about Ye was very powerful. You know, like I said previously, anybody who knows me, I've been calling Ye out for what Cole's put in a better way than I could ever say. Kanye West, I think, was a fake from the beginning. I think he's always been into saying stuff, and as Cole put it, he's sampling language that will resonate. And just this time, he played with the wrong thing. He used Trump. He put that Make America Great Again hat on, and it hit black people a certain way. And this time we said, I doubt if Ye's album comes out on the date that it's supposed to come out on. He's gonna have to recook his formula. You know, that Ye versus the People record didn't work. I doubt it was gonna be on the album anyway, but it didn't work. That thing is gone. And one thing Ye was complaining about in the interview with Charlemagne was that he didn't have any records that really stuck on radio when he released The Life of Pablo. So, hey, back to Cole. Powerful interview. I don't really 100% agree with him on the mental health statements. I thought mental health was a conversation before before he made that record. He said he made the record in January. I thought mental health has been a conversation we've been having in this country a couple years. It's picking up steam now, but I think we were already having that mental health conversation, unless he's just talking about Ye specifically. Also, I didn't agree with Cole wholeheartedly, as he seemed kind of confused about why Ye opposed that conversation publicly. Do I believe Kanye was doing that for attention around his name? Yes. And did Ye throw Cole in that? And now Cole got to address it in the interview with Angie, the one interview he's going to do. Yeah, Ye kind of started that conversation, but Cole had some start in that as well. It was clear as day, Cole, on the false prophet joint, you were talking about Kanye. So you don't act like you know how Ye is. He looking for clickbait. You kind of played in that too a little bit, Cole, by making a record that didn't make your album. It was literally the new rollout that artists are doing is they'll drop like 2 records before their project drops to kind of heat the fans up, check the temperature of where the fans are with their music. That False Prophet record didn't make it to your album. That wasn't like the single. It wasn't on your album. That was literally just to heat up. And you use Ye in the first verse and Wale in the second verse to heat up. You knew it would be a blog frenzy. So just because you don't necessarily like talking about artists in interviews in public settings, and Ye doesn't mind doing it, and you'd rather put your stuff in the lyrics, when it's clear as day you're talking about Kanye. I mean, line for line, you're talking about Ye and False Prophet. And in the second verse, line for line, you're talking about Wale. It's kind of hypocritical for you to come at Ye because he wanted to take advantage of social media. When you did that, in a way, when you dropped that False Prophet record, that wasn't on an album. That was just for you and to heat up with the fans. So that was the only thing that I kind of disagree with. But overall, I thought J.Cole is as powerful a speaker we got in hip hop. I love when he talks. And he's much more powerful than a lot of the guys that he looked up to. A lot of Nas's. As a speaker, I think he's a more powerful speaker than Jay. That's my opinion. You know, it could be wrong. I think Cole's got it, man. When he talks, I listen. What y'all think about that J. Cole interview with Andrew Martinez? Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. I think this is one of my best videos, man. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I put some time and effort into this bad boy. Thank y'all so much for the love, support. I'm happy now. I got my Cole interview. I can quit complaining and shit. I'm out.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on MrTaliaferro.com, shawty.